mean to cover this season of Love is Blind, but I'm going to keep it real. It has been hard for me to keep up with all the episodes. Just like the show like Love Island USA, that and Love is Blind, it's always hard for me to like stay up to date, like watch the episodes as soon as they're released. But I finally caught up and I want to talk about Jordan and Megan. So I kind of feel, I don't know, like I gravitate more towards this couple just because Jordan, his last name's Keltner, my last name's Keltner. I've never seen a Keltner in reality TV, so I'm like, okay, Jordan, you gotta not make us Keltners look bad. So she ends up going over to Jordan's apartment and she was getting mad at him because she feels like he's not talking enough. She's like, I just feel like I'm talking to a wall or I'm talking to myself. You're not always wanting to talk about things. I feel like I'm always the one initiating conversations and it's draining. And Jordan said, look, I work all day talking to people for over 10 hours a day. So when I get home, sometimes I just need some time to just relax and be quiet. He needs time to decompress. He's not always on all the time. And Megan wants somebody who's like that. Somebody who's go, go, go 24/7 like her. She's like, I want a man who's going to get off work, talk to me at dinner, ask me how my day is. And he's like, well, yeah, that's cool and all, but every now and then I just want to sit down and relax and watch me a good show and just sit there and not talk about anything. And I think that's important for a couple to be able to just sit down and be comfortable in silence. She did not expect Jordan to be as low energy as he is sometimes. And the thing with Megan is she's not okay with him just sitting around and watching TV every day. She's like, okay, that's okay every now and then. Like, she makes it sound like, okay, we can maybe do that once a week or every other week. But Jordan's like, man, you know, that's how I relax. He's not feeling that. They have two different types of lifestyles they live. They have chemistry, but their lifestyles are just way too different. She's a hustler. She wants to be on the go all the time. And she said that she needs somebody who's going to keep up with her because she has worked hard for this lifestyle to get where she's at, and she wants to enjoy it. She does not want to slow down anytime soon. And Jordan's like, well, I don't know if I'm a good pick for you then, because I have a kid, and when you have kids, you have no choice but to slow down. And I think that's very true. Coming from someone who's a parent myself, having kids really slow you down. Like, you go from having late night outs to early nights in, and that's just part of what you have to accept as being a parent. And that's why I'm starting to question if Jordan was a good choice for Megan, because Megan, it almost seems like she needs to find her someone who is single, who's like an entrepreneur, who's like on the go and can just work from wherever so they can just travel and leave with her. I don't think this is going to work out one bit. With the way her mind's set up, I feel like she's going to look at him as more of a hindrance instead of an addition to her life. And this is the crazy part. So Netflix, on their website, they uploaded about 20 minutes worth of deleted scenes that weren't shown on the app. And there is a scene where he meets Megan's friends for the first time. And what was crazy to me is her friend said, yeah, so how did you feel pulling up next to her in your Kia and seeing her G-Wagon? And I'm like, okay, that was just such an inappropriate question, especially the very first time you're meeting this dude. It just comes across as like way too materialistic and snobby. Like, you're looking down on him for having a Kia, especially like when this man already feels like he doesn't compare to her. You're just like kicking him even more. Don't make the man feel inferior for having a Kia. I just feel like that's not fair, because that should be something that's irrelevant to his character and like the quality of relationship he's gonna have, especially saying that like while you're filming for national TV. I don't know. I didn't like that at all. I just felt like that was a little jab to him and making him feel like he's not good enough for Megan. And I think it was the Asian guy. Wasn't it the Asian guy who said he was like a entrepreneur and he could work from home and work wherever? It was either him or the other guy. I can't remember his name, but neither one of them ended up getting engaged. And I remember thinking at the time, I'm like, oh, that does sound like a great fit for Megan. I think it was one of Megan's potentials too that she ended up cutting off. I think it was the other guy. That would have been more of a good fit for Megan, not somebody like Jordan. And I don't think Megan knows what she's getting herself into with Jordan having a 5-year-old, because she wants to go to Italy and Jordan's like, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Italy's probably out of question right now because there's no way he's going to be on the plane that long. Like, I can't even get him to sit in the car for an hour. There's no way he's going to be in a plane for hours like that and be okay. It's going to be too much. And I think all she has to do is just spend a week with Jordan and his 5-year-old, and I think she's going to see things a lot more differently and see how hard and complicated it is. And I think she's going to probably start to second guess what she's getting herself into, because I don't think she's ready to slow down yet. And he's like, damn, I can't live day in and day out and not be able to feel comfortable. Like, if I'm just exhausted, I can just lay on the couch and it not be a problem. And that's the thing. I feel like Megan is making this out to be such a problem when it shouldn't be. But I guess the truth is she's just not ready for someone with a different lifestyle than her. He has a really demanding job, he says, and it takes all the energy out of him. So by the time he's off work, he doesn't really want to talk to anybody. And I mean, he should be willing to talk to her at dinner and be like, hey baby, how's your day? You know, you still got to put effort into your marriage or your relationship if you want to have a woman in your life. But I mean, I feel like she is expecting way too much from him. She's being way too demanding. Their lifestyles are just way too different, and they're both at two completely different phases in their lives. She's a hustler and she's on the go 24/7, and I feel like when she looks at Jordan just being lazy, or not being lazy, I think she looks at him as just sitting on the couch or unwinding as being lazy. Like, sounds like she's not trying to meet Jordan halfway at all. Like, she doesn't sound like she's willing to let him sit on the couch or watch a show every single night. That's what he wants to do. She wants him out with her all day, every day, or traveling with her. And he said, look, I don't think all this is going to be feasible. And now she's starting to realize, I don't think this is going to work, realizing how different their lifestyles really are. She said that, oh, well, we were able to talk all day, every day when we were in the pods, and that's what I really loved about our relationship. And he said, yeah, that's the pods. You know, real life is not like the pods. And I mean, that's the truth. And that's the thing. That can just be exhausting if you have somebody who just expects you to be on all the time. And Jordan's being honest with her. He's like, look, I cannot give that to you. And I do want to talk about a spoiler. So if you don't want to hear a spoiler, go ahead and exit the video now. But Storytime by Ricky, I think that's how you say her name. She talks a lot about this show and like Love Island. I really like her. Well, she actually leaked a spoiler, and she has leaked a lot of spoilers in the past that were true and legit. She shared a big spoiler on Megan and Jordan's relationship. Well, they ended up not getting married. They didn't even go down the altar together, you know, to go face to face to, you know, say if they're gonna get married or not. I guess they didn't even make it that far. And she revealed that none of the couples allegedly got married this season. So this season could be really short. We may not have that many episodes left if none of them ended up making it down the aisle. But I'm gonna be honest, I think they didn't have a very good lineup this season, especially the men. I'm just gonna be honest. They're not all terrible, but like, you know, I get Edmund for the comedy part, you know, and just the quirkiness. But I mean, come on, you knew Edmund was not gonna be a good match for anybody, especially that girl. That girl is way too good for Edmund. And just the matches I didn't think were very good. Like, none of them were like, oh my god, these seem like soulmates. They, you know, they just had so many differences, and it seemed like a lot of the couples were just doing whatever they could to pick what they could apart about the other person and make up reasons to not make it work. But, you know, at the end of the day, I just don't think any of them were good matches together. But that's pretty much it, guys. So let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.